talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It's gone. It is bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalton and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
So I wish we had better news for you guys coming back from the All-Star break, but unfortunately, that is not the case. The Phillies, in a heartbreaking loss tonight, take the loss 6-5 against the Angels. But the good news is I got some great company tonight in Fratty and Chaos Chris. Chaos Chris, how are you doing tonight? Our guest on the show.
I'm back.
He's back.
Taking over for KJ McCoy tonight. I'm glad to be back. A little too long of an absence, but we're back here.
Hey, salute. I'll drink to that. Welcome back. How about you, Fratty? How are you doing? I know you're doing about as well as you can after a Phillies loss.
Yeah. Wow, that was not how I really expected it. Expected us to start off the All-Star break. I mean, all second half wasn't talking about All-Star break. Second half, felt like five days ago was our last game. It felt like more like 5 weeks for some reason. And must say that was I don't even know what to say. I mean, it was rough. It was a rough way to start the break, but at least I'll get in. At least the Mets are losing, so.
Yep, that's a good way to look at the glass, like it's half full. But Fratty, some positives from the All-Star break. I mean, Kyle Schwarber gets the MVP, right? Anything you want to recap from All-Star weekend and the All-Star game?
I watched some of the All-Star game. I followed some of the Derby. Overall, Cal Riley, the home run leader, one of the home run leaders in the AL or in all baseball, winning the Derby. I mean, that shouldn't become by any surprise there because the Derby field was kind of watered down. But it was a pretty entertaining home run derby. It's going to be as entertaining when we come to Philadelphia next year. And in regards to the All-Star game, Kyle Schwarber, thought that was pretty awesome. The way the derby, way the game ended within the derby was cool. I think It's a nice rule that Major League Baseball added in there. It really spices things up. It's why MLB, Major League Baseball, has the best professional sports All-Star game in maybe the world. Maybe the world because, and I'll end it with here. Pro Bowl stinks. NHL don't even have an All-Star game. NBA All-Star game is so soft. MLS All-Star game, nobody's into. Not many people, not a lot of people, including me, are into soccer like that and into that. Unless you're a diehard soccer fan, so like I said, MLB that was just the best. That was just the best to end it. So that's all I have to say, really.
Yeah. How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I actually thought it was a really weak All-Star game and home run derby this year. Hopefully next year it's a lot better. But I just feel like that energy in the home run derby wasn't there that we saw in years past. I don't like the new system with the timer. I'd rather, okay, they get 10 outs and however many home runs they hit. Okay, whoever hits the most home runs, they win the derby. Now it's like a head-to-head thing. I'm not a huge fan of it. And then the All-Star game, you had so many guys like Zach Wheeler and a ton of other pitchers who just flat out said they wouldn't play in the All-Star game. So we really don't have the same amount of talent that we used to have playing in it. And the same thing with the home run derby. We had every single star hitter would be in that home run derby. And nowadays it's kind of like, all right, now we got a guy like Jazz Chisholm in there. Last year we had Alec Boehm. Like, why are these guys in the home run derby? They're not home run hitters. They don't belong there. So hopefully next year it's in Philly. It'll be a better thing. Hopefully Harper's in it. Maybe Schwarber, if he's even still a Philly then. But I'm excited for next year's for sure. And I'll be there.
That'll be sweet. And that logo that they dropped today looked awesome. If you guys got a chance to check that out, they did a great job on it. Definitely no things to work on that logo, but some things to work on for Luzardo. I know you mentioned it, Fratty, so why don't you go ahead and take it away first? Not his best night, right?
No, I think Jesús Luzardo was thinking about the island. I think he was reminiscing of where KJ is right now, and he's like, "Oh, did I hit Cancun yet? Did I hit Cancun yet?" I think he just fell asleep tonight. After a while, he was locked in. He had a bunch of strikeouts tonight, but for some reason, he just didn't have his best stuff after like the first couple innings. First like 3 innings tonight. We're about there, yeah. But Jesús Luzardo, he's got things to work on. I still don't think Luzardo's the top 2 starter in the rotation. I think he might be a 4 starter. I think Wheeler, Suarez, and Sanchez all beat him out in the rotation. Luzardo's not a top 3 starter. You put him in a Game 4 situation. But once again, we got a long way to go to Red October. We're barely hanging on to a thread, so that's a whole different conversation, probably for September. But he's got stuff to work on. I really have nothing much to say. I mean, about Jesus. But I think he'll be okay, and we'll see. I think his next start will be, I think the last game against Boston, against the ESPN game. So,
okay. How about you, Chris? Anything that you think Luzardo can work on?
Yeah, I think he needs to work on his Japanese, because that's where he's going to be pitching next year if he doesn't pick it the fuck up.
Get ready to speak
bad.
the language.
Home run every fucking – like, it's terrible. As soon as the Phillies get the fucking lead, these dumbasses give it up every single time. I'm tired of it. Harper hits a huge home run, 3-run shot. Luzardo comes out there and just shits the fucking bed. It's so annoying.
Yeah. It is frustrating. I mean, when you had that lead at that point, it was like, all right, it felt pretty secure. So it is what it is. But one of the most popular things tonight, or one of the most popular people in Philly, I should say, that we're all hoping gets signed back was Kyle Schwarber. I love a night when Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper can both go yard. It feels like peanut butter and jelly in this city. Like, it's just one of those nights where it's meant to be. I want to know, what is the stat, right? I was talking with somebody tonight at dinner. One of the things I said we should do with AI, right? Just thinking about ways we can incorporate AI into Philly sports. I want to use AI to give me a schedule of the Phillies and Eagles and Flyers and Sixers. Load it all in, like load it in September, October, whatever. Put it all in ChatGPT. Have it analyze the list. Say, give me every weekend that these teams play the same weekend for an away. So, for example, if Philadelphia Eagles play the Steelers and the Phillies play the Pirates in one weekend, which probably wouldn't happen, maybe, but maybe not. The point is, you could go to Pittsburgh for the weekend and make a trip out of it and see both of your teams play. So I want to know the stat with AI. What my point is what is the stat of when Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper both hit a home run? What's the win ratio? Because I bet it's pretty dang good, right? Like they lost tonight, but they shouldn't have lost tonight. So I think that for the Philadelphia Phillies, like a real hot topic right now is, should we sign Kyle Schwarber again? We all watched the game tonight. Yes, you should sign Kyle Schwarber again. We've all watched him all season long. Like, I don't know why this is taking so long. I think it's got to get done at this point. And the longer that it lingers, I feel like the less we have of a chance of signing him, which scares me. I mean, Chris, do you want to go ahead and speak on this one first?
Well, they both Kyle Schwarber, his agent, and the Phillies have said they're not signing him in season. They tried to negotiate during spring training, and they said they're not going to do anything during the season. So at this point, you have to wait until free agency. So, and right now, his value is just going up and up and up. And again, I'm not sure if the value is going to be there. Like, how much is he going to want versus how much should the Phillies give him? I don't know. I mean, he is going to be 32 years old. So he's going to be an older guy who can only play DH. So he's one-dimensional. He only can hit home runs. Doesn't really do much else than that, which, I mean, he's great at that, but that's all he can do. So it will be very, very interesting to see this offseason what they're going to do, and hell, even in the deadline, what they're going to do, because a lot of things can change here in the next couple of weeks, and I think they need some change.
Yeah, they definitely need some change. What do you think, Frat?
I just want to talk about your point off of Meta AI. Before I get into Kyle real quick, it's funny you mentioned that and how when the Phillies and Eagles coincide. I'm actually that same weekend the Eagles play the Chiefs. I'm that 2 days before I'm supposed to go with a group called Best Buddies and Friends. I'm supposed to go to the Phillies game. I think September 12th. But it's funny you mentioned that because that's the same weekend we play Kansas City that weekend at home, and Eagles playing Kansas City that Sunday, but except they're home and away. But getting to Kyle, the other K, not Kansas City, Kyle. Which I would hope Kyle Schwarber doesn't sign with the Kansas City Royals just because it's the first name
that would
with
be
a K.
awful.
What's the name? We need to keep this man in Philadelphia. And I'm going to say this. If we do not keep Kyle Schwarber in Philadelphia, the way he hits bombs and the way he's hanging in there with Shohei Ohtani and a home run leader in the National League, Schwarber not being a Philly for the 2026 All-Star Game will be the equivalent to Ben Simmons to be equivalent of Ben Simmons not taking a three-pointer. It'd be that bad for us Philadelphia fans.
Yeah,
and I know Kyle Schwarber's way better than Ben Simmons, but it would be more tragic losing Kyle Schwarber than Ben Simmons. So,
yeah, I agree. I think that the Phillies definitely have a big decision to make, but like Chris said, I mean, every game, this guy's value is going up. You put it in the group chat, Fratty, so I'll let you say it first. Bryce goes twice.
Bryce Harper, I mean, I'll tell you what, he's starting to find his old self again. The Bryce Harper we're used to seeing, the Bryce Harper from maybe 2 years ago, is back, and he's going to have performances like this in the postseason if the Phillies want to survive, because he's going to be the key foundation. Him, Schwarber, Turner, he's going to be those top tier guys that's going to carry this offense, because the rest of the guys, I hate to say this, be Marsh updates if you're watching. I can't fully trust Brandon Marsh still. I can't trust Cax Kepler. I can't trust those guys like I trust Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, and Trey Turner. So Bryce Harper is on, like I said, he's on that top tier. I can't even trust Lemonade Man Bryson Scott right now. I can't even trust him at all. And I can't fully trust Alec Bohm, who's hanging with Aaron Dolan. So it's that bad right now. I mean, I can't believe I seriously have to call out some guys right now, because this is getting serious. I'm telling you, it's getting serious. Everybody's watching. We're only down to like a little over 2 months left in the regular season, and I know about a month ago I would say, calm down. Everything's going to be okay. But if in the next month, if things continue to be like this, and I'll mention this at the end of Friday quarter, but yeah, Bryce goes twice. So
Bryce goes twice. What about you, Chris?
Do you know how I know Bryce Harper's playing good baseball?
How?
He's hitting the ball the other way again. That home run he hit the other way is vintage Bryce Harper, and that's exactly what we need. The power is back. I was really worried there for a little bit that, his arm was seriously hurt more than we thought. But tonight he showed, it's funny because the longest ball he hit all night was a foul ball. That first one that he hit that was just foul, he crushed that pitch. That was just a great at bat. Then he went on later to hit the home run on 3-2 that just got out, but it got out. And then the one in left field, that was a shot too. He's back. And, I just really, really hope the rest of this team doesn't fuck this up, because if Bryce Harper's back like this team can make a run.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that once this team finds like a rhythm, it's going to get really scary once they can kick it into second gear. That's when it's going to get really fun with this Phillies team. Once we get to October, once we start to having some fun. When is the next time that we play the Mets, Fratty?
August 25th at Citi Field, and then we played them after August 27th. We played them here September 8th to 9/11.
Well, get ready, because August 27th, it's on like Donkey Kong, man. Get ready, New York. But getting into our last segment of the night.
Yo, Fratty, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Fratty's Corner. It's Fratty's Corner.
Well, I guess Phillies lose to the Angels. I gotta say one thing. Angels got a very, very talented young team outside of Mike Trout right now. And Soler's kind of young. He's kind of middle-aged, I think, right now. The Angels, who are, believe it or not, right in the wild card race with a losing record of 48-49. And of course, if our Phillies staying there a half game ahead, I just want to know, as we head into tomorrow night, I think we might be at a little disadvantage with the pitching matchup with this Japanese. I forgot his name. We're facing a Japanese pitcher tomorrow, and Taiwan Walker's pitching. I don't know how to feel about tomorrow night's game. I'm expected to be I'm expected a possible letdown again tomorrow night. But then again, who knows? It's been such a weird season. I think it's happened on multiple occasions this year where we have lost the first game of a series and went on to win the next two. That's happened on a few times this year. I think it happened against Cincinnati, and it happened against Cincinnati, I know, and it happened against the Cubs where we lost the first game. That series where we lost the first game and then we won the last two. That was right before I turned 25 and Santa Claus became real famous, with that random Steelers fan. So, it doesn't mean we can't win the next two games. We'll have to see, but that's all I really have. Phillies Angels tomorrow at a weird 6:05 time, not 4:05, guys. Just a reminder, it's 6:05, not 4:05 tomorrow. So, anyway, that's all until tomorrow evening, around after 9 o'clock, I think.
Get ready for it. It's going to be fun. But anything that you want to say, Chris? I know it's been a little bit since you've been on the show, but anything that you want to say to this Phillies team or that you'll be looking out for moving ahead? Any expectations? Because we are getting there, boys. It's almost August. Holy shit, this year's flying by, and shit's about to get real in baseball.
Yeah, I'm really, really, really intrigued to see what they're going to do at the deadline, because they need multiple relief pitchers, and they need at least one bat, if not two. Because this lineup just isn't consistent enough. Yeah, they put up 5 runs tonight, but then tomorrow night they'll put up 2, or they'll have another night where they put up 10. They're just not consistent enough. I feel like they need like a real consistent hitter who just he's going to get on, he's going to hit. Not as much as the home run guy as this guy's on base, and he's going to drive in runs. But I'm worried about the bullpen more than anything. I think you can't have guys like Tanner Banks out there giving up bombs all the time. And the one guy that you thought was going to blow it tonight, Romano, actually pitched well. So we'll see what we do at the deadline, and we'll see if I want to fire Dave Dombrowski or not. My guess is I'm going to want to fire him again.
Oh shit. Get ready, Phillies fans. It's going to be fun. Whatever happens, it's going to be fun either way. I'll tell you that. And we'll be here to cover it. We're going to be trying to bring Chris on as a guest a little bit more too. So stay tuned for that. And KJ, hopefully he gets off that island soon, like Fratty said, because maybe it's bad luck. Right, Fratty?
I think he's coming back. I think he said he's coming back
tomorrow. So we'll have Mac back on the show. I know a lot of people are missing him in the comments, saying, on Wednesday night show, where's KJ? He's on vacation. Let the man live a little. But he'll be back soon. So once he's back, you guys will be able to enjoy that. And I think this show's really going to pop off once we get to the Mets series. I can see it kind of taken to the next gear. But in the meantime, if you guys haven't, please like, comment, subscribe. All those little things really help the channel out a ton. And other than that, we will all see you guys tomorrow for the next Phillies game. Have a good night.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! It is gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt,